Yo, what's going on, guys? Mush back at it with another video, another edition of Top 5 Best PC Game Deals of the Week. Coming off the heels of the Steam Summer Sale, the game deals aren't quite as good as you would hope for, but as always, there are still some great game deals to go around. The Humble Store is running a great Square Enix publisher sale, and there's a pretty good summer sale going on over at the Win Game Store, so I'll be taking a look at that as well. So without further ado, let's get right into this. Number 5, over on IndieGala.com, they've got Bayonetta discounted by 70%. It is down to $5.99. That's a great price for Bayonetta, a game that released all the way back in 2010 on the PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360. Just recently got ported over to the PC, and it was a really good port. All of the Platinum Sega ports have been really good, and Bayonetta is a great fast-paced action game. Now, the game is rather short, as is the case for the majority of Platinum games, but it's a lot of fun for the time you do play it, and at $5.99, this is the perfect price to pick it up for. Now, it is unfortunate that we won't be seeing Bayonetta 2 or Bayonetta 3 on PC. Those games are being published by Nintendo, so you kind of just play Bayonetta 1. It'll leave you wanting more, but you really can't satisfy that itch unless you go over and pick up a Nintendo Switch. But still, to check out the first game for just $6, I would say this is quite a good deal.
The once harmonious clans fell into disagreement and stoked the flames of hatred against each other, resulting in an era of strife. The conflict between the Umbra and the Lumen threw all of Europe into a chaotic loop of battle, ambush, assassination, and casualty. It was truly a gruesome war. Fight the tremendous radiance of God shining upon them. The Lumen sages were...
Moving on to the deals over at the Humble Store, like I said, they're running a Square Enix publisher sale, so the majority of Square Enix titles are discounted, including the JRPGs. I didn't mention any of those, but if you're looking for games like any of the Final Fantasies, Star Ocean, or games like that, they've got those on sale. But two other great deals. Just Cause 3 is down to $4.50, and remember, if you're a Humble monthly subscriber, you do save an extra 10%, so you are getting it for $4.04, and that is a great deal for Just Cause 3, which wasn't a great game, albeit at the time of its launch back in December of 2015. This is a game that when it released, I was actually very vocal about how many issues it has. Since then, it has been remedied quite a bit, and it's not $59.99 anymore, so that doesn't sting as badly. For just $4 and change, I would say that this is a pretty good deal. I used to always recommend Just Cause 2 over Just Cause 3 because Just Cause 2 was so much cheaper, but now because they are near equivalent in price point, I would say just go for it and pick up Just Cause 3, especially if you have a decent rig that can power this game, because it is a good looking game. Some of the aspects of the open world leave a lot to be desired, but as far as pure enjoyment goes, Just Cause 3 does have that covered.
Rico Rodriguez has returned, born of the same fire that gave rise to my reign.
Why would you want to piss off Di Ravello?
Dio, Rico.
I'm Mario, my bro.
I am not your bro. We're not to be trusted.
I'm not part of the rebellion, but share the same enemy.
What a homecoming, my boy!
Lots of chaos and destruction. And when he comes to protect the insignificant, kill his friend.
Di Ravello is still out there. We have to find him and end him.
There is nothing that my flames cannot touch me.
What are you planning to do, son?
Something subtle.
Next up is another game that I always go to bat for, and it seems like a lot of you guys appreciate whenever I mention this game, because those of you that played it know how underrated this game is, and that is Sleeping Dogs, the Definitive Edition. That is coming at you at the same price as Just Cause 3, $4.50, and then if you are a monthly subscriber, you're saving a little bit more. It's $4 and change, and Sleeping Dogs is a fantastic game. Some people will say it's GTA in Hong Kong, but it's so much more than that. It's got a mature, gritty story, great combat, a great cast of characters, and it really does justice to the setting. Also, this is a game that is an incredible PC port, albeit it is a little bit older of a game at this point. I believe it released all the way back in 2013. If you max this game out, if you play it at 4K, it looks really, really good. And this Definitive Edition also comes with a bunch of extra content. So if you've yet to check out Sleeping Dogs, please do so. It is a fantastic game. And unfortunately, we probably won't ever be seeing a sequel to it, but at the very least, give this game a look.
it takes. You remember that?
The dead are coming! Run!
Crap. This is insane.
Last two games are coming at you from the Win Game Store. First up, the Bioshock Collection is 77% off, down to $13.79. I believe this is the cheapest price Bioshock the Collection has been. Might be wrong about that, but I typically see it for around like $18 to $20. $13.79 is a great price for all three of the Bioshock games. You're getting Bioshock, Bioshock 2, and Bioshock Infinite. All of these games are really, really good. Even with Bioshock 2, I know a lot of gamers don't like that as much as the other two titles. Yes, I would agree with you in saying that Bioshock 2 is not up to Bioshock standards, but Bioshock standards are so high that Bioshock 2 is still a really good game. The first title is excellent, and my favorite has to be Bioshock Infinite. I love that game setting, love the art direction. The gameplay was just so smooth, fluid. It is fantastic. All three of the games are great, and considering you do get 3 games for $13.79, you end up getting it for what, $4 and change each? That is a pretty remarkable deal for 3 of the best single-player first-person shooters ever.
Rapture is coming back to life. My city will thrive. And we'll use your tombstone for paving tiles.
One thing I've learned. If you don't draw first, you don't get to draw at all.
When Rapture speaks of you, it says only this. Your day is done.
Now would you kindly head to Ryan's office and kill the son of a...
The illusion of control is a trick.
Are you afraid of God?
No, but I'm afraid of you.
Let's go out to play, Daddy.
It's time to finish this.
Bring us the girl and wipe away the debt. There's already a...
And finally, the Win Game Store also has XCOM 2 75% off for $14.99. That is a great deal. I should also mention they have XCOM 2 Collection for $24.99. That includes XCOM 2 and XCOM 2 War of the Chosen. If you want the definitive XCOM 2 experience, I would recommend you to pick up XCOM 2 Collection. Yes, it's kind of pricey at $24.99, but War of the Chosen really expands upon the experience, so that is probably the route to go if you do want to save some money. By all means, get the base game. It has a lot of content to it, but just know that War of the Chosen does add a lot of content. And with the collection, you do get a couple of other smaller DLC packs, but mainly, you're getting it for War of the Chosen. XCOM 2 is a great tactical strategy game. If you played XCOM Enemy Unknown and you enjoyed that, you're going to absolutely love XCOM 2. I put a lot of time into Enemy Unknown and XCOM 2. And you guys know me, I'm not big into strategy games, but XCOM is one that I feel like is rather engaging. It has a lot of options in adjusting the game to really cater towards your playstyle. It is a little bit more difficult to run if you're on a really old rig, but if you have anything more recent, it's not going to be a problem at all. Like I said, I would recommend to pick up the XCOM 2 Collection if you're okay with dropping $24.99. Alternatively, $14.99 for the base game isn't a bad deal. Just know you are missing out on some content, and buying War of the Chosen separately, I don't know how great of an idea that is.
That can't be good.
Advent Hobbit. I suppose we should begin then.
Now the real war begins.
So that is going to conclude this video. Like I said, we are just coming off of the heels of the Steam summer sale, so the deals and the abundance of the deals isn't quite as great as it was during the summer sale, but you can't be expecting mass deals like that all the time, and here we still have some great deals. Sleeping Dogs Definitive Edition is fantastic for just $4 and change, as is Just Cause 3. Bayonetta is a fantastic game for $5.99, while we won't be seeing Bayonetta 2 or Bayonetta 3 on PC. Very least, you could give Bayonetta 1 a look, as it was a very enjoyable game. Bioshock the Collection. All 3 Bioshock games, tremendous first-person shooters. If you've never played those games, and I wouldn't blame you, they are getting a little bit on the older side at this point. Really need to check that out. Like I said, Bioshock Infinite is my favorite. That game is just absolutely fantastic, although 1 and 2 are still very good. And then XCOM 2 is a great tactical strategy game, and I would recommend you guys to check out the collection. $24.99 for that, $14.99 for the regular. That's gonna conclude this video. If you guys have a request for a future video, you can leave that in the comment section down below, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.